This is Richard Hatton at the Coastguard Cultural Centre in Tramore, County Waterford, and I'm here this morning with the delightful Bernadette Phillips, who is an intuitive business coach. And Bernadette, can you tell me a little bit about that, please? What is an intuitive business coach?
Well, it's a very exciting thing because I've worked with the intuitive all my life. So it's part of everything that I do in my work. Working with business with the intuitive is hugely important because big decisions are made every day in business, and we need that to be done from an intuitive place. We need people to be connecting there with that, so it's an holistic approach that they're taking to the decisions that they're making, because there's a lot of people's lives involved. So the more that we work with the intuitive, the more that it gives guidance in those decisions. So that's key to what it is about.
You're giving a seminar very soon about, I suppose, grounding and touching base with ourselves, and that's going to be in the meeting place here in Tramore on Branch Road on the 30th of November, Saturday from 2 until 4. We're really looking forward to that. Could you just tell us a little bit about what the seminar is going to take us through?
Yes, thank you. Again, it's very exciting to do this. It's about living holistically from heart and soul. And so taking everything back to the heart and making that connection at a soul level, at a spiritual level. So we're embracing meditation and mindfulness. We're connecting with our own intuitive. We're looking at the key things of passion and purpose, why and how we do life, and how we can ground that every day in our everyday living and the decisions that we're making, the interactions that we have, how it can flow throughout into all the relationships that we have every day, the encounters and the experiences, and how that conscious shift can change so much about our lives. So within the seminar, those are some key things that I'm going to be talking to people about and sharing those insights. New Insights for Change is my business. Yes, and so it's about that connection again for people, because people are looking for it, they're asking for it, they're talking about holistic living, but it's about naming it and how we can name that vision going forward as well for everyday life, for everything we're doing. So it's very exciting. So it's not exclusive to just the few. We're also leaders in our own lives.
Right.
And how we do that in a more holistic way. We have so much more than we ever, I suppose, generally are consciously aware of. We have a whole universe of energy.
Yes.
Everything is energy. Science is coming on board and talking to us about this
correct.
now, which is fantastic, and they're proving this, but that which we've been speaking about, it's like that energy life force that's around us. And the more we connect to it, the more it supports our human selves. And so that we celebrate being in this human with this incredible new connection to our spiritual selves. So we have this cosmic field, this cosmic energy that's out there. And it's actually electrifying, and it's wonderful. You see that aura around people and the colours and the life and the light of it. So to celebrate the life force energy, it connects us back into our passion and into our purpose and our reason for why we came here in the first place. And so we're going about the world and about our lives in a very different way. And I suppose in many ways we're making a huge positive difference to the world in that respect, because we are in alignment, and this life alignment, we're connecting to that as well. So there's quite a lot to it. We have all of this support that's out there. It's just about tuning into it.
And you're really going to assist us to tune in.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful.
Absolutely.
Bernadette.
Yes.
You have an outstanding reputation, highly deserved, I might say, here in the Southeast. We're really lucky to have you here today. All of us are looking forward to attending your seminar on the 30th. Could I just ask you one more question, please? You mentioned that you've been working with the intuitive since you were really a little girl. When did you become aware of that, consciously aware that there was something else to life?
At a very young age. As a child anyway, and children are amazing. They have this incredible access to it because they're not afraid of it. and they haven't sort of had stuff packed on top of them that tells them not to tune into it, you know, and be desensitized from tuning in. So I said, well, I was aware of what I was seeing, what I was connecting to, what I was feeling from a very young age. Whether I was naming it or not at the time was a different story.
Yes.
But part and parcel of the guidance, and just interesting experiences of life, and where that intuitive would connect in and click in, and helping me to be discerning, you know. So I suppose it's not something I do, it's something I am.
Yes.
Which is an interesting maybe way to put it to you.
Yes.
But I believe that it's not exclusive to people like me. I'm so excited about sharing it with other people, because I believe we all have the gift of the intuitive.
Yes.
And when we follow it, my goodness, the difference that it makes to our lives.
Yes. Well.
Amazing.
Bernadette, you're also an intuitive reader, something which fascinates me personally, and some friends of mine have had some remarkable and very insightful, poignant experiences from your readings. Could you just explain to me how that works? What is that dynamic when you sit down with a client and you access them through the medium of the cards and your own intuition? Could you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. I mean, it's a great joy for me to sit with somebody. First of all, for them to extend that trust across, for me to work with them, is very humbling. And to work with their energy, to see what's connected into their energy. So it's not just in cards, but I actually work from a clairvoyance, which is clear seeing.
Yes.
And I get out of my own way. And I let the energy work in its wonderful magic. And I suppose really what it's doing, it's just bringing all the aspects of the person together. And I also read the hand, because the hand is a map of life.
Yes.
And it dances around there, and for me sort of pictures move across the hand. So it's not just the lines of the hand, it's not just palmistry out of a book. It's actually what comes into the picture. And it's those key areas of somebody's life that are there, and the potential that's dancing around it.
Yes.
And what I'm doing is taking it out there and naming it. And so often people will, you know, the connection, or it's a potential thing that I see that's, you know, in a life. And then people have a choice what they do. But it's very exciting because I am out of my own way, and I'm letting that universal energy connect me soul to soul.
Yes.
Because we're all one.
Yes.
There isn't a separateness of us. Everything here is one and the same with ourselves. And when we do that, when we make that connection, then I can talk about a life in a very real sense. The sole purpose that somebody has come in for and with, all of the experiences that come with that, but also the life experience that they're having, what they're doing now in the world, and supporting people to get into alignment with that within the reading. So I'm reading soul in that way, but from soul to soul, and from heart to heart, you know, making that connection with somebody. But it's all in the energy. So I can never tell somebody what exactly the reading is going to be.
Sure.
It's as spontaneous as that.
Sure.
But it's a beautiful experience. It's a very sacred thing for me to do, that somebody would come and sit with me and give me that trust and opportunity to connect with me like that.
And you have a web page as well.
I do. It's newinsightsforchange.com, and people can go in there and have access and have a look at what I'm doing. And they also can sort of connect in there to the seminar and, you know, have a look at there and have a read about what it's about and that. So it's all there. So, but New Insights for Change is about new insights in the world, you know, and the change that's needed, and people's new insights and the change that can happen in their lives. So it's very individual life, but it works right across the board. So I talk about meditation and mindfulness. I talk about the intuitive business coaching that we've spoken about. I talk about the readings, and just the clarity and focus that sometimes people need, you know, to support them in that direction again. That maybe they've gone a little off centre.
Yes.
So it's all about connecting to centre again and working life from that centre. So New Insights for Change is all about that. So they can go in and connect with me there, and I'd love to hear from people, you know, and what they're doing as well, because that always excites me. And their new insights, because it's not just my new insights, it's everybody's new insights. And we all have them once we connect to them. So they can have a chat with me there.
Thank you so much for coming into us today. We're really looking forward to the seminar. And everybody, this is Bernadette Phillips at the Coastguard Cultural Centre in Tramore, and a big thank you from all of us for your time today.
Thank you, Richard. It's been a real pleasure being here.